Welcome back. Let's learn something useful today using some formula. Let's create an example for now. Let's say we are a library which has lots of books. So let's rename the sheet to bottom, right click and click on rename and say library. Now click on any cell. Now I want to expand the cell because I want to give some title, as in the titles of the books, or book. Probably book title is the right way to start with. Say for example, I have book. For now I'm just using book 1. It could be any book title. Let's say I have book 1 and let's say my library has 10 book collections. Okay, so I'll just name them as book 1 to 10. How did I get that? I just selected on book 1, and if you see a tiny plus arrow, you just, whenever you get that plus arrow, click on that corner and start dragging till the end. That's how Excel automatically generates the titles for you. In this case, this is a example, so I'm just using 1 to 10. So every time you do that, Excel actually adds an incremental number 1, 2, 3 to it, and that's how it automatically does that for you. Now, how many books you have in a library, right? It's all about the number of books in the library, right? So number of books. Sorry, caps lock is somehow on there, I'm not sure why. Number of books. Let's say book 1 you have 10, book 2 you have 15, and you can just randomly assign book numbers. And because I'm going in increments of 5, let me select all 3, and again whenever you see that plus, click on that and drag it. It just goes in the same fashion of increments of 5. See that? 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. I could also do, instead of that, I could say, just say I have 2 books here, 4 books here, 6 books here, select all 3 and click on the plus and drag and drop, and it will go in the increments of 2. So total number of books. Now say for example, here you're trying to do some totals, right? Let's dedicate one row as totals. It's capsulated, and also I generally like to have headings in bold, with the thick borders, all borders. So in home there is something called borders. Here, all borders, you click on that and you just select all borders, and that will give you a distinctive look. Now let's do the same for total. Select everything till here and click on all borders. It will give you some distinctive black edge to your cells. Now you have number of books. What else you want to track? So circulation on, let's say week 1, how many books are circulated? So let me put it this way: circulation week 1, right? I'll just select this, extend, drag it, and now I need to select everything together. If I want to stretch, now what I did to get these values, I just clicked on, similar to the others, I just selected this cell and stretched it all the way through column I. So what did it do? It actually replicated 1, 2, 3, 4 till week 7. Now I cannot see that. So why is that? Because these cells are too tiny. I have to select all the columns, and once you get this arrow to drag it, you drag it sufficient enough for us to see the text. You can drag a little more, not a problem. You can do that. You can always adjust these sizes. So now you have circulation week 1. Some statistics. Now these are the total number of books you have on week 1. these two books were circulated 2 times, and in the same book 2 was circulated 3 times. Book 3 was circulated 4 times. So I'm just assigning some random number. This one is 2, this is 6, this is 8, this is 4, this is 7, this is 9, this is 14. Okay, this is a circulation for week 1. So now I want to see what are the total number of books I have in my library. Okay, select everything till the row total and go to formulas, click on auto sum. So it will immediately give you have total 110 books. Why? Because we are maintaining the number of books here, and this auto sum is determining that number for you. And you can see that on the bottom right there is something called sum 110. So it's the same thing. You can either see that we did a formula, so we don't have to check for each and every cell. Similarly, I want the same formula to be applied for week 1. I want to see how many books got circulated on week 1. I just dragged it and the formula gets dragged. If you see here, the formula says sum B2 colon B12. Come here, it says the same thing for C. Replaces B with C and says C2 to C12. You can ask me why is 12 empty, but you're still getting the formula. Excel ignores, even if, say for example, here you put a value 6, it will immediately add it to the total. If there is no value, Excel ignores it. If you ask me why do you need it, I don't think we need it. We can delete it. How do I delete it? Select row 12. This is called row 12. Right click on it and delete. So that's gone. So it's as easy as this. If you want to recreate, you want to insert a new row, right click, insert. As simple as that. So for now, because we thought it's not needed, I'm just deleting it. Now week 2 circulation, I'm just giving in random circulations: 4, 3, 7, 4, 9, 2, 7, 16, 12, 15, 16. Okay, just random numbers. So you get the idea. Now how do I total it? There are 2 ways to do the totals. Just do the old way, select everything, click on auto sum. You still got 80, right? This is 80. Or delete the formula and drag this formula from here to here. You'll still get the same formula, 80. And to keep it simple, I'm just dragging the same thing over till week 7. Okay, now it's 0 because there's no value. Now I randomly take some values, right? Let's say I'll take these values and copy them. You can put any values. We don't want to waste time expanding values, so I'm just copying random values and putting it here for the purposes of demonstration. Now we have total number of books and how many are circulating. There's a pattern that we have identified: 59, 80, 59, 59, 59, 80, 80. So based on this pattern, now you can track what's the total number of circulations that let's say I'll just copy the same thing for week 8. I just select it, drag, it's the same. It got copied as week 8. Now let's call it 2 months, right? First 4 weeks. I want to see what's the total for the first 4 weeks, right? I just selected and see, oh, 257 books got circulated in first 4 weeks. The next 4 weeks, 299. So you can do a lot of amazing stuff with this. But this say for example, I can build a pivot table on top of it and track what are my total circulations for a given period. You just have to input these numbers for more weeks. It just keep going for weeks, or you can consolidate and say, okay, let me do it in a efficient way, maybe more instead of weeks I would say month 1, month 2, month 3, and I can keep going, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. And what I would do is I would just do the same book. This is just an example, right? You can use the same values. Instead, you're just doing it for months now. So I would generally, when I copy paste, I generally click on select and right arrow. Okay, then I use select plus control and right arrow. It will select everything that is there. I still keep pressing select and control buttons together and down arrow. It will include the totals as well. I'll remove the control now and just select and up arrow. I needed the selection of what I needed. I just copy paste it here for easier demonstration. Now I want to now create totals for it. Okay, I use the same formula, okay, for everything together. I select everything and give it one empty row, and it gives me the total of all months. So I can I can go back to home, create borders, thick borders, all borders for the title, and now I can run the reports on this particular data that we have for so many months. 8 months I have data. On every month I am kind of circulating 59 books. So now I can add a row saying revenue. Okay, so how is revenue calculated? Now, because there's I cannot show all these screens together, I would have to decrease the, let me select the columns and decrease them. There you go. That's easy way to do it. Now revenue. How is revenue computed? I want to see overall revenue for let me add month 8, let me add 9, 10, 11, 12, year over year. I want to see revenue, as in how much am I actually earning from these books, right? So what I would do is I would just give some numbers, okay, just for the purposes of this example, and continue to drag this. It will automatically get the totals for us. Oh, the spelling is wrong. Revenue. And now this is a good formula that we can use. Now we can introduce multiplication. So how do I write formula? So what I would do is select one cell, go to formula bar, click equals to. What I would do is use the same sum of, I'll open bracket, okay, I'll take everything together, okay, I close the sum. Now I hit enter. It is telling me there are 38 total records from month 1 to month 14. You look at the below, it is 38. Now revenue is not just the number, right? Revenue is into how much are you actually earning. So go back to the formula bar for revenue cell, click on multiplication symbol into how much are you giving one book for. Say for example, I am lending one book for $1, right? I'll just put 1, or okay, 1 is too simple, let's say $2. Now I'm getting a revenue of $76. How do I know it is dollar? Now go back to the top menu here and see, you'll find dollar. Just use the dollar symbol and now drag it. What does it do? It automatically creates the formula based on pattern for everything else. Let's say for example book 10, it's 364. Let's see the formula. It says C26 to N26. What is C26? This one. This is 26. This is C. C26 to N26. That's the formula. Sum. It is doing a sum for this multiplied by the cost, the payment that I'm receiving per book into 2. So what's the total revenue I got? $1,710, but I'm just seeing it as a plain number. Now I can go back here, click dollar, and now it is showing as dollar. Now you can change the currency to your liking. You can convert it to euros, pounds, or Indian rupee. You can just do this drop down and you'll find all those options to change the currency. For now I'm just keeping it as dollars. So in an year my revenue is 1710. Now let's see what is my cost. How do I know the cost? Say for example, I know the number of books I have. So book 1 is costing me, say for example, $10. Okay, we can add dollar sign later. Book 2 is costing me $5. Book 3 is costing me $9. Book 4 is $13. Book 5 is $12. So I'm just taking random numbers, putting it there because you get the idea. So I have a cost. Now what is my, this is the cost per book. So I can say cost per book. Now I need to know the cost, total cost, because total cost is equals to cost per book plus the number of books into the number of books we have. Like one book is $10, two books is $20. Let's see what is the formula that we can do. Select the total cost here, go here, put equals to sum of, open the bracket, select the number of books. You can use multiplication symbol here, type it, and then select this one and close the bracket, hit enter. What did I do? Cost per book, I think I got it wrong. Sorry, why I'm doing sum, I apologize. I don't have to do sum, I just have to do multiplication. So remove the sum. Okay, and this is just multiplication. Cell B17, this is B17, and not N17, it is revenue, cost is here P17 into P17. Okay, now the cost is 20. Look at the formula, B17 into P17. You just drag and drop, it will give you the cost. $5 a book into 4 books, $20. So everything has to be dollar signs. Select everything, go back to home, click on the dollar symbol, you get everything in dollars. Now I want totals for it. Now go back to formula, click on auto sum, it will give you the cost per book and total cost that I actually had buying these books. Now the last column you can say what is my profit. Come here and just type in profit. So technically what is your profit? You have some revenue, income stream, and you have a cost. So you have to remove the cost from the revenue and that is your profit, which means it is just a negative, minus. So profit, just write the, let's start the formula now. I selected this cell and I'm clicking equals to. You don't have to do open bracket also, you just have to say what is the total revenue I had, which is 76. Click on, type minus from your keyboard and then select total cost and hit enter. That's your profit. So sorry, I think I double clicked or whatever. So now drag the same formula till the bottom. Okay, now there is your profit, annual profit. Okay, you had $56 on book 1, $52 on book 2, $84 on book 3. Oh, this is negative. We are seeing some negative here for book 4. Why is that so? You had $104 cost, but your profit was 76 only. So you are losing money here, $28. How did you know? It is actually showing in brackets. That's negative value. Negative value is represented in brackets. Look at this. Negative value is represented. Even this book 6, you are losing money. Your total cost is 120, you earn $108. So that's negative. Rest all is profit. So other books are profitable and it's helping us get the profit over this particular book. Now the total profit is here. Let's go back, click on all borders, and there you go. And even all borders for this. There you go. That's the total profit you have. Now you can as well go and give it a color, green, profit. Revenue is also green. Cost, I would give it a different color. Cost is what I'm incurring, so I'd give it orange. Cost per book is also orange. So I know for sure that this is my revenue. Okay, I'll give the same green color to the heading as well. So select this cell. There is something called Format Painter. Click this, click on revenue. It gives the same color. Again, click it, click on profit. It gives the same color. Now select the orange, click on the Format Painter, click on it, it will give the same. Do that again for cost. Now you have total, cost and profit. You could as well do the, color code to the entire cell the same way. Click on formula, format cell and select everything, it's green. Similarly, you can do the same for profit also. Everything is green. So it's visually appealing for you that when you look at the totals, again format cell, select everything, it's select this, format cell and then select everything, it's orange. So this is visually appealing. Now what did we get out of this particular library project? We learned to track our revenue per month, and this is per year because we have summed up everything for 12 months. It is revenue per year. We can say per year. Per month is simply remove all the other 12 months and it's per month, and profit per year. Okay, so this is how you have successfully designed a revenue model for your library. Thanks for watching. Please consider to like and subscribe.